But the question that a lot of Democrats, I hear it every day from my friends that are struggling with is, how do we survive? I mean, Donald Trump. I mean,
Honey, we will
you,
survive it.
you're a yellow dog Democrat. I'm a yellow dog Democrat. But it's how do we survive, and also how do we come back? How do we fight back?
Well,
What do you tell people?
well, 18 is where we have to look at. In 2018, we have 23 Democrats up for reelection in the Senate, along with the two independents, who I don't think will have much problem, Bernie Sanders and Angus King. But of the 23 Democrats, several of them are in states where Mr. Trump prevailed in 2016. So those are places where we need to start going. I was with some young people day before yesterday, actually. It was a really cool conversation, and they were talking about, going into Virginia to support Tim Kaine. Not that Tim Kaine is going to be in trouble, but we want to start having those conversations. I think that Debbie Stabenow is going to be in trouble in Michigan, and I think that we need to start paying attention to that. I think also the long view. See, the difference between us and the Republicans is they've got a bench and we don't have a bench.
Right.
I mean, when you looked at those 17 people running for president, didn't like any one of them, but I wouldn't have committed Harry Carey or even screamed a lot if Jeb Bush had been elected. But Cruz and Rubio, these guys are in their 40s. Who do we have in our 40s in the Democratic Party? We got Kamala and Cory Booker, they're in their 50s. Early 50s, but still in their 50s. So Kamala Harris, of course, senator from California, Cory Booker, senator from Jersey. So one of the other things we need to do is start encouraging young people to run. That man, 45, has denigrated what it means to be a public servant. And we have to lift that back up and encourage these young folks not to run as ones, but to run in posses. They're not all going to make it, but if they run, somebody's going to win. So that's the other piece of it. And then I think the third thing is that all these people are talking about resist. Part of it is take a page from the Tea Party's book. Be in these people's faces when they come home for their visits.
For their town halls?
Yeah, sit in their darn offices, be in their face, make them answer. Find Republicans who are going to be disenfranchised if you get rid of the Affordable Care Act. You have people who have pre-existing conditions who are now frightened. You have people who have children who are just kind of between college and a job, who need to stay on their parents' health insurance. So we need their testimonies, and we need to see their faces, and we need to see that they're not just black faces or they're not just brown faces. This somehow someone has injected this race thing in here, and we have to pull it back. And then the other piece, Bill, come on. You're going to have this ban on people coming into the United States, people who already have green cards. What are we saying? And how do we resist that? But it's going to require a whole bunch of us. We can't all do it 24/7. I mean, some of us got to eat.
Yeah, right.
Your friend that says Papa got to eat. Now we got to go. Go there.
That's right.
But we have to be able to pass the baton and say someone's always going to stand outside and harass the out of these people to make them see our faces.